Good afternoon, myself Santosh Yadav and I welcome to all of you in this lecture of class 12 in LPM premises. Today's our topic is uh, wave optics, diffraction pattern, Young double slit. So flow chart of the topic is today's topic is number 1, condition for. This is for class 12 wave optics. So first flow chart is condition for sustained interference. Then diffraction pattern. So these are the flow chart of today's topic. So first of all, we will start here condition for sustained interference. Write it down. So first condition is sources of slits are coherent. I have already told you that what is the coherent sources? The sources which originate the waves having same phase constant. So sources of slits are coherent, and the coherent sources means the sources which produce the waves which are in same phase or phase constant or phase is constant of two waves which are interfering. Clear? Number 2, monochromatic. Means monochromatic light is required for sustained interference on the screen. Monochromatic means single color, you can see. Single color, or you can see lambda is constant. So lambda is constant, you can say frequency is also constant. So for good interference on the screen, we should take monochromatic light which produce good interference on the screen, that is single color. Single color means lambda is constant and corresponding frequency is also constant. So this is the second property for condition for sustained interference. Third one is small d is much lesser than capital D. As you know, small d is the distance between two slits and capital D is the distance between screen and the two slits. Okay, so small d is very small than capital D. Why? Because we know that fringe width is d lambda by d. If d is very small as compared to capital D, which means width of the bright fringe or dark fringe is more, so good interference is obtained on the screen. Brightness is more bright, and darkness is fully minimal. So there is a contrast between darkness and brightness. You can say. Fourth one, amplitude. Amplitude of two waves by two sources must be same or nearly same. Amplitude of two waves which are interfering must be same or nearly same. So what is the reason behind this? As we know, intensity is equal to directly proportional to square times of amplitude. So if amplitude of two waves is same, means if they interfere in same phase. Suppose this is amplitude 10 unit and this having also amplitude 10 unit, then resulting amplitude of resulting wave will be 20. Okay? Crest or trough. So maximum is obtained here, and if they meet in opposite phase like that, it means 10 minus 10 equal to 0. Minimum is obtained and value of the minima is 0. So here contrast is seen on the screen. Maxima, full maxima, minima, full minima, that is full darkness. So there is a contrast on the screen which can be visible by the observer. So for more contrast, amplitude of two waves must be same or nearly same. Okay. Next particular you can write both the waves move in same direction. And they should interfere, and plane is also same, and plane of interference also same for good interference on the screen. So these are the properties of, you can say, these are the main condition for sustained interference. Actually, there are, you can say, slits are like a rectangular shape, very small size. Like this is cardboard. So this would be the slit. Slit is like that, very small in rectangular shape. So fringes will obtain on the screen will be similar type, that is rectangular, like that. Suppose this is bright fringe, means in this region brightness must be present. Suppose this is central maximum. After that, same bit, this is called minimum. You can say dark fringe, and this is called bright fringe. And dark, bright fringes are obtained on the screen on both the sides of central maximum in alternate manner. So again, bright fringe here. Similarly, again dark fringe here on both the sides. Here dark fringe, again bright fringe. These patterns are seen on the screen in YDSC. Most important thing is that width, fringe width, beta is same whether it is dark fringe or bright fringe. Basically, fringe width is the conjugative distance between two maxima or two minima. Suppose suppose this is the nth maxima, n d lambda by d, and n plus 1th maxima will be n plus 1 d lambda by d. So this is the position of fringe width will be position of n plus 1th maximum minus nth maximum. So you can get the answer d lambda by d. Subtracting from this equation to this equation, definitely you will find d lambda by d. Okay, this is the position of nth maxima and d lambda by d. This is the position of n plus 1th maxima, that is n plus 1 d lambda by d. These are the positions taken from central maxima. So fringe width is distance between two conjugative maxima or two conjugative minima. So if you wish to find fringe width, then you will subtract n plus 1th maxima minus nth maxima. Position of n plus 1th maxima minus position of nth maxima. You will get fringe width, that is d lambda by d. Similarly, you can also find n plus 1th minima minus nth minima. You will also get same result. So fringe width is same for dark fringe as well as bright fringe. Okay, in YDSC, young double slit experiment, but in diffraction pattern, fringe width of the fringes will decrease. You can also make the energy diagram for interference pattern like that. This is maxima, this is minima, again this is maxima, this is minima, again this is maxima. So this is central maxima, this is maxima, minima, maxima. So both the sides you will get maximas and minimas in alternate manner. And remember that intensity of central maxima is same as secondary maximas. So in YDST intensity will be same, but in diffraction pattern it will differ. Intensity will decrease. Okay. Now, what is the diffraction? Very important phenomenon, diffraction. In normal life, it is not easy to see diffraction pattern. But if you create some special atmosphere, then you can see the diffraction pattern. So how? So first of all, what is the diffraction? Consider this is an obstacle and light is coming from this side like that, and this is called screen. So this is the region of shadow region. One can say that light is traveled in straight line, but by observation it is seen that when a light ray strikes any obstacle, any obstruction, then it bends towards the shadow region. That is called encroachment. When a light strikes any obstacle, then its bend in the region of shadow, means a bending nature of light is seen in diffraction pattern. So you can say light, this is the shadow region, so light will be flare like that in shadow region also somewhere. So shadow region becomes small. So in reality, this will be shadow region. It will decrease because when a light strikes from an obstacle, it bends towards the shadow region, and this phenomena of light is called diffraction. So you can write here, bending of light after striking with obstacle bending of light after striking with obstacles and goes in shadow region at the edges or you can say corner of obstacle is considered as diffraction. So there is a bright dark fringes obtained in diffraction region to illuminated region. in alternate manner. In alternate term, and the brightness and darkness will decrease. So this phenomena is called diffraction factor, you can see. So for today it's over. Thank you very much.